Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8. So let's just take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a pair of Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8 shoes, and this pair is in the men's UK size 8.5, US 9.5, Europe 43, Brazil 41, 27.5 cm, and it's also in a women's US size 11, and this pair is in the Phantom Cargo Khaki Dark Russet Phantom colourway. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by flipping up the box lid to reveal the contents inside. And of course let's peel back the wrapping paper to reveal the Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8 in the Phantom Cargo Khaki Dark Russet Phantom colourway. And let's lift out the right shoe as well as the left shoe. And just setting the box to the side, setting it on the left hand side of the tabletop. And just setting the right shoe in the background as we focus on the left shoe first, so giving you a look at this Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8. And let's do a 360 rotation so you have that initial and full and clear look of the shoe. And now taking a much closer in look at the shoe, and we can see the overall kind of pale white or phantom colorway of the shoe. So giving you that close-up look at its details so we can see the perforations on the toe box, and of course the mud guard, so very faintly textured. You can see the simulated graining on what feels to be like a soft plastic. So obviously this Air Force 1 07 LV8 is winterized. So giving you a look at those details right there between the leather toe box and that perhaps even synthetic leather mud guard. So giving you a close-up look at those details. As we move towards the midfoot area, we can see the ripstop design for the midfoot area panel, and of course we see the Nike swoosh overlaying over that panel, and once again some very fine texturing on the Nike swoosh. And of course you can see some spatter effects on that double strip there that separates the quarter panel towards the back of the shoe and the midfoot area. So giving you a look at the details and textures of the shoe, and of course we see the Nike Air branding in the heel of the shoe, and we can see of course the outsole or bottom of the shoe contrasted in that cargo khaki. And of course moving towards the back or heel of the shoe, you can see the Nike Air branding on the heel tab, and it does have a glossy finish to it, so giving you a look there, nicely contrasted with that glossy finish against, of course, that grained finish of the heel tab panel. And moving back towards the inside of the shoe, And once again we see that little splotches on that double line there under the Nike swoosh, and of course that ripstop panel separating the front and back of the shoe. And back towards the front with that textured mudguard and winterized, of course, by design. And back towards the front again. Now taking a look at the shoe from the tip or toe or front, and slowly moving towards the back. So you can see the details along the length of the shoe. So as you can see, the laces have that similar design effect with that two double strips there, with the cargo khaki against the phantom background or majority color there. So a kind of olive green on white, and we can see that the tongue is in that cargo khaki finish, and we can see the dark russet or that rustic orange Nike Air branding on the tongue label, and of course the Air Force One text right under it. And of course giving you a look at the aglets or ends of the laces as well. So right there. And taking a look behind the tongue, the Nike branding details, and that tongue in the overall cargo khaki finish, and with that light to medium padding to the tongue. And let's pop out the paper stuffing inside the shoe so we can have a better look inside, and of course giving you a look at the composition sticker or materials label right there on the sock liner of the shoe. Okay, and of course with the heel and ankle collar padding, does have a medium level of bowstring or padding right around the ankle and heel collar. So giving you a look at the lining as well, with that plush overall lining and the dark insides of that sock liner. And the inside label as well. So various looks at the details of this Nike Air Force One 07 LV8. And now let's take a look at the sole or bottom of the shoe. So you can see the majority cargo khaki color, or kind of a rich green or olive. And giving you a much closer in look, so you can see there are some phantom or white flecks to its design. across the length of the sole. And of course, the Nike branding molded towards the arch or midfoot area of the sole. And now just dragging my finger to give you some sense of the texture or grip of the sole, and tapping my fingernail or finger on the various parts of it. And now let's do a flexibility, bend and twist test with my hands to give you some idea of the shoe's firmness, stiffness or pliability. And now just popping the shoe back in shape. And now let's take a look at the right shoe, so setting the left shoe down and in the background as we focus in on the right shoe now. Doing a 360 rotation with this side as well, so you have that initial and full look of the shoe. And now once again taking a look at its details up close, so you can see that thick. I would still think it does feel slightly rubberized, mudguard, because we can see this panel that continues all the way around. And of course that leather perforated toe box, and once again the laces with that flecked green on white design, ripstop midsection, and of course that glossy Nike Air branding on the heel. And of course the Air branding on the midsole as well. And also just noticing there are tiny flecks as well on the Phantom or off-white midsole, with little green flecks, very tiny green flecks along the entirety of that midsole. So little details like that with the flecks, green flecks on the laces, on that double band separation there, and now of course on the midsole, and that's contrasted with the white on green on the sole. So very tiny details right there on this Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8. And of course let's take a look around the inside details as well. So just popping the stuffing out, and we can just about see that Nike Air branding in that dark russet or kind of reddish orange on that black sock liner or insole. And once again giving you a look at the details around the inside of the shoe as best that I can. so giving you a much further out look, a bit more perspective. And now let's take a look at the pair together side by side. And from the front to the back. Directly from the back. And the soles or bottoms of the shoes. So that's the Nike Air Force 1 07 LV8. Thanks for watching and happy walking!